Hi guys, good afternoon. Literally just gone midday. We'll have a quick look over the equity space just to get us going. Yesterday the Nasdaq got up to a level I had marked up, or basically a level I had marked up. You can see here the lows from 13th, 20th of Feb before we did break down on that 21st, that Friday, where it all started to unravel. We basically got there yesterday, not far off. I think we were 94, 98, yeah, very close. We double topped this morning. Be interesting to see what happens for the remainder of the day. You can see where we found support today on the high from the 19th, which is also the gap fill. So the classic Amplify Classic trade is in play there. S&P won't go higher in my opinion until the Nasdaq can really clear that level. The S&P this morning range bound, not doing too much. You can see here just down 17 points on the day, really after a quick move lower in the early hours. But we're range over the last few days. Obviously, we had a good start to the week on the Monday to take us up to the overall top of this range that we're in, and you can see we're just sort of testing the top part of that. Worth obviously looking at the S&P on the longer time frame as well, with the 200-day moving average. You can see is in the mix around there. Also the low that we got on the 5th of March. So there's a lot of resistance up at that point. Excuse me. And you also have people that are still looking at the 6.18 fib, which is fine. People are talking about it. I need to be aware of it as well as the way to look at it. Elsewhere, the euro, we had a nice push, obviously higher yesterday. For me, the bulls are still in control of this. We can't quite close below any key levels. However, just looking at where we got to yesterday, pretty key level. Call this a zone now. I think this is going to be an area where the bears will look to come back in around. I would say around this point. I would fancy a short myself around 110.50. If we were to get there, I'd be all over that. However, you can see how similar it is to many markets. Look, very range bound. When you look at it like that, why aren't you buying here? Why aren't you selling there? Obviously, we know it's not as easy as that. The pound as well. Obviously, data came out this morning. Didn't really react to it as much, and we're it's a poor sort of close to the European session yesterday. I still like it. I know we had obviously data out yesterday, but if we can get a nice close back above this area, I actually quite don't mind the long on that point, to be completely honest. It's getting messy around that point. You can see here on the daily chart, if we just bring in the level of that zone. Importantly for the bears, I know if they were obviously getting in short at this moment here, you can still see they'd still be in that trade. We hadn't got the daily close above that level, so yeah, the bears in control. Daily close above is the important point that I'll be looking for there. Gold this morning is drifting down a touch. You can see we almost took out the low for the week. Big support around that point, which was a very key level. Wouldn't surprise me if we can take the low of the week. Intraday, got some nice levels here. You can see it. 17.38. We need to get above there, and then the S1 yesterday's low as well that you'd want price to get above, potentially just starting to get a nice little trend line forming. I haven't got the third test, but something to keep an eye on. The way gold is moving, it could well be that is the way to look at it. We had a good break of a trend yesterday for gold, and you can see it hugged the retest quite nicely on the way back as well. So gold near the lows of the week, down $15 at the moment, but a bit of room to go to the upside should we break this trend. S&P, keep an eye on the Nasdaq, still range bound, but are we just starting to creep higher? It's midday here, so we'll wait to see what happens around the US cash open.